Well, hello, and welcome back. In this part of the video, I am doing the furnishing and interior kind of basic decor without all the goodies, if that makes any sense. If you do like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that wonderful stuff. Leave your comments, questions down below. Um, but anyway, yeah, I just started. I was like, okay, we're going to do the same floor throughout everything. We're going to do the same walls through everything and start with basically a blank canvas. And it took me probably about an hour and a half or so to furnish this with the colors, or I'm sorry, with the swatches that I wanted and whatnot. And I couldn't figure out how I wanted to do the cabinets, so I kind of went back and forth a little bit about that. The window was in my way, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So I ended up doing this, but they don't, the double shelf and that corner shelf do not have the same swatch. I don't understand. So I just picked the closest one. But it was, right around here. I was like, oh shoot, I forgot the refrigerator. So put in the fridge. Now I had to rethink it all again. And then I decided, I think, to take the shelves out and see what happens. But I went back to it right there. It didn't take long for me to go back to it. And I think it looked just fine. But I did want a division at the end of the counter. I thought it was just a little too bleh. So I did. And then I saw these chairs and I fell in love with them. And that's where the whole rest of the house ended up being decorated around those chairs. But again, using those chairs, I used the yellow bar. Didn't have a bar that matched, so I had to use the 2-tile bar. And then the table was a little bit of a thought process, or the chairs for the table were a little bit of this thought process. I wanted the burgundy chairs, but I couldn't match this color, and all the other reddish chairs just didn't quite match. And then I saw a chair I have never seen before. Yep, I used them. I absolutely used them. I know it's like way out there, these fuzzy kitchen dining room chairs, but they were perfect. And I settled on this wallpaper pretty quick too. It went with the whole theme basically of where I was going. So I was like orange, yellow, maybe some blues, kind of pastel-y, but not really pastel-y, not like over pastel. And then I found the floor, and I really liked that floor. And then I noticed that those things were sticking out. I'm like, I'll just put a rug over it. The rug didn't work. So I ended up using the ones that attached to a wall, I believe. And those worked out so much better. So I used those. And then, yeah, I put in the pillars, and I kept hitting the F1 key for some dumb reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so went back to the kitchen, and I was like, well, I don't want them to be a stark white. I want them to be a little bit kind of a tan color. But the little posts weren't coming up tan, so I just picked something that was close enough. And I think it worked out pretty well. I think you've got that nice little division. And the wall in the kitchen, I think, yeah, I ended up changing it to that one. I like that one so much better, and I wish I would have done that in the bathroom too, but I didn't. And then the rest of the walls just turned out blue because it was the only thing. So I was like, okay, that works. I like it. So I stuck with it. And of course, I picked new furniture for the living room. I was like, well, let's try this L-shaped kind of sectional couch and see what I can do. And then I found the matching armchairs. Well, matching as far as like the kitchen. So the kitchen kind of bled into the living area, which I really liked. And I did have a step down in the living room, so I did have to bring the fireplace down a little, which I did. And as much as I love that rug, I was like, nah, that's too much. It's way, 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 way too much. And then I found one of my new rugs. I mean, they're not new in general, but new for me because I just got the pack. This one. Love it. And I think it worked out perfectly. It's not too much, and it's not too little. So I think it worked out. And then I was like, well, that's a great way to bring in that teal turquoisey color into the living room. So it's not so much. I wanted to do something with that wall, and I just couldn't. So I just stuck with the orange stucco, I believe, and the rest of the walls were blue, like the kitchen and dining area. But that's okay. I think it worked out, and it just kind of blended everything a little bit more together and made it work a little bit better. So then I got into the office. I did the entryway a little bit. just your basic things. But I did want a rug, and I love that rug. I want to use that rug somewhere at some point, but it just didn't work with the rest of the look of the house. So I had to find something else that was going to work, and as much as I liked that one, I couldn't use that one either. And then I remembered that rug, and that was perfect. I use it way too much, and I think that's why I was trying to kind of steer clear of it, but it's just such a perfect rug. You can't not use it. So, anywho, I think, yeah, I ended up sticking with the yellow in the office. I thought that was nice to kind of bring some of the colors together. And then I moved upstairs and ended up with the glass railing and the glass fencing for the stairwell. I think that worked out. This bed is really cute. There's so many different distinguished kind of swatches in it. They're so unique from each other, and I think that's why I like it so much, because you have different options. And it ended up, I was using white furniture, but in this room, being that you had that comforter, I wanted to keep it kind of, not really country, but, you know, something along those lines. And I think I changed the ottoman a couple of times until I found something I liked, and I did. It's pretty basic. Oh, no, that's right. I did end up with the yellow one, which is a perfect match with the pillows. So I love this ottoman. I think it's so cute, and that rug just went, in my opinion, really well. And of course, the yellow walls, I think, worked really well, and I wanted to put a chair in that corner by that balcony door, and I was trying to match the chairs and whatever else to the colors that were on the comforter. That's why I always kind of zoom into the comforter so that I can check the colors with it. And then, of course, getting a bookcase or what have you. So, I mean, it was just a little difficult because I couldn't find the right one that I was looking for. I wanted something short but not too tall, but functional, and it just, yeah. Now, this room is, I guess you can call it a little princess room. And I went all out on this room. I probably could have done 10 other things, but I was like, no, that's too much. That's too much. So I kind of kept myself from going too far. But I think in the end, this room looks so cool. I was amazed at how cool it was. I am not a girly girl by any means, but for some reason, decorating a girly girl's room is so much fun. It really, really is. It's like, it's so pretty. So anyway, trying to find a rug. I was trying to match it to, you know, the colors on the bed, which is generally how I do most of my rooms, is that I pick the bed and then just kind of branch out from that and try to match the colors. And the other swatch of this rug I liked, but I thought it was just too much, and I didn't want to make this another yellow room. So I kind of went back and forth a lot on the wallpaper. I could not figure out what I wanted to do with it. In the end, I ended up changing it once more because I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't find the right wallpaper that I liked for what I wanted to do. So you'll see me kind of going back and forth and all of that, but I just wanted to get the basic layout, and I wanted to have rugs in the rooms, so I made sure there were rugs. And as cool as that last wallpaper was, there was just no way I could use that. It was just way too much. And so this is the toddler's room. I also went all out on this room as well. It just really came out good. And I was gonna do like a country log cabin kind of feel, and it kind of took a turn at some point. Somehow I ended up with dinosaurs. That was not where I was going with it, but that's where I ended up with it. Because I think I found the dinosaur rug. I'm like, oh, let's do dinosaurs. So I did. And then I just decorated the whole rest of the room kind of around that. And I think it worked out pretty well. I do wish the rug wasn't so stark blue, but I think it worked out in the end. I say that a lot. I'm sorry. And yeah, the walls are kind of brown, but by the time this room is completely done, I don't think you'll really notice the brown walls. But the little dinosaurs up top were really, really cute. So I was just picking out a few things that, you know, I came across. I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to use that somewhere. I definitely want to use this somewhere. So I just kind of put it there so I wouldn't forget. And I did size down the play tent once, because they can still use it when it's sized down once. I believe if you size it down anymore, it's unusable. But it's just so gigantic when it's in full size. So, I found the dinosaur stuff that I could and, pop those in there. And, I mean, I was still had to go in and decorate everything, but I just wanted to get the basic functional, if I don't want to keep going, then I don't have to. At least it'll be ready to go. So that's what I was doing. Can't remember. Oh yeah, so I changed it all to brown because it was just working better with the brown. So I did. And then I went around the house and, looked. It's okay, where's there an empty spot? Where's there an empty spot? And then I couldn't find, oh my God, I looked so hard for these stupid wine bottle thingy, whatever, that goes on the wall. That's like actually a whole piece and not like a wall piece. Oh my God, I don't even remember how I found it, but it took me what felt like forever. I'm like, where in the world is this stupid thing? And there it was, yay. And then I saw that background. I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. So kind of brings in the whole orange yellow thing back to life. So anyway, I had to decide on the patio tiles and the porch tiles, and I like that, but I was trying really hard to find something that was kind of in between the swatches that were there, but I ended up going with the dark one. I think it looked nice. And then of course the fencing, I wanted to find something that worked, and I did, I think. So of course, I'm making sure there's a place to walk through and making sure that, functionally it's going to work. Once I put pieces of furniture and whatnot up there, that it'll work. I did kind of carry that light brown around to make sure that it worked right. And here's where I was trying to find a different swatch for these windows because they're just so stark white. But I think after all the decorations and everything on the exterior was done, I think it worked out kind of nice. And these lights are actually quite bright, a lot brighter than I expected at least. So I did that. I think I did a few exterior, whatchamacallits, a little bit of decoration, with the furniture. Like I said, I wanted to place the furniture that I wanted to use and in the swatches that I wanted. And then I was going to go back, and that's when I'll do the walkthrough, which will be the next video. So make sure you stay tuned and come back, because if you like what you see so far, you're going to love how it ended up, because I absolutely love how it ended up. And here I was just, going through, all the activities and skill items. I'm like, okay, I want to use this. I want to use this. I want to use this. I want to use that stupid basketball thing somewhere, but I've yet to use it. So maybe when I do a community center or something, I'll use it. But right now, I just couldn't find a place for it. So yeah, I'm just pulling out the things that I was going to use or wanted to use somewhere and just kind of dropped them there. I don't think I ended up using the slide because it didn't really work out. But the backyard is a decent sized backyard. By the time everything's said and done, there's plenty of room for everything, and I think it looks really cute. I did want to add a couple of trees to kind of, give an idea of where I was going with it, so when I went back to do the decorating, I would have a better idea. So yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, I was gonna do the coloring, and I was like, no, let's just do the tile. It'll be fine. And it worked out fairly well. So yeah, I got the mailbox, I got the trash can, I didn't forget it this time. I always tend to forget something important. Oh shoot, I just realized I didn't put any fire stuff in there, smoke alarms. Dang it. Okay, if you want those, you'll have to add those. But I really like this, how it walks straight out into the back. I just couldn't, I wanted a double fence or double gate, so I ended up finding one that was, sufficient enough. So yeah, that's basically the whole build. If you guys like it, do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments, questions, and all that down below. The next video, it's going to be the walkthrough. It's going to be the final, here's all the decorations that I did. I think you'll enjoy it. I absolutely love the interior of this house. It's a little bright for my liking, but as far as a build goes, I really, really like it. And I hope you do too. And also go check out my other videos. I've got other ones out there. I've got more coming. Send your friends. Anyway, until next time, y'all, have fun.